video is my opinion and for entertainment purposes only. This video idea came from r/entitled people and it will be linked below. Hello my dears, it's me, ordinary girl trying to be fabulous, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my subscribers. Welcome to my new subscribers. And welcome to those of you who are not subscribed. If you are not subscribed and you enjoy my content, I hope you will consider doing so. And even if you don't enjoy my content, I hope you will consider doing so because I'll never tell. And if you are subscribed, if you could check and make sure that you're still subscribed, because I have heard that people are getting unsubscribed randomly. So please check and thank you. Oh, and here's a picture of my dogs, just because. And this video is pre-recorded because I have a dentist appointment this week. The last time I had a dentist appointment, I ended up needing a procedure like that day, so I was unable to record any videos that week because my mouth was swollen and, I was just basically a mess. So, just giving you a heads up. You will probably see this video on Tuesday, September 6th. That's the day of my appointment. Okay, this video comes from a subreddit on Reddit called Entitled People. And this really appealed to me, and I think you will know why as I read it. So let's get right into it. Okay, so guy on a dating app asked me out, then rescinded the offer because of my dietary restrictions. It's important to me. That's in air quotes. I'm an 18 female and joined a dating app this summer before heading off to college. I just wanted a few fun dates, nothing serious since I would be moving to a different state. Met a few guys and even a couple that are going to the same school as me, so that I'll get to meet later. The latest person I matched with, we will call Joe, who is 22, a male. I swiped on him because we had similar interests, and I thought he would make a fun date. Did I think he was smoking hot? Not really, but that doesn't really matter a whole lot to me, especially since I was looking for a casual date. It did make what happened next super hilarious. So we chatted for a few days, and he asked me out. My app got weird and signed me out, so I didn't see that he sent me a message. But it turned out to be okay because we were both really busy that day. So he texted me again on another day and asked if we could go out on the next. So, due to health reasons, I had to go gluten and dairy free along with a bunch of other things starting at the beginning of this year. It kind of upended my life, but I've gotten to the point where it doesn't really affect me much anymore. I have found places I can eat and have lost some extra weight and in general feel and look a lot healthier. That was the net positive change. And when I tell even casual dates about my restrictions, they're totally fine with it and find places where I can eat. Until Joe. He suggested a place to eat. It was a ramen and boba place, but also asked if there were any other places I was interested in. And I was pretty sure I could eat where he mentioned. So here was the following exchange. So the OP says, I'm gluten and dairy free. So as long as I can eat at a place where we go, I am not too picky. Haha. And then Joe comes back and says, RIP, I'm sorry, OP. I've gone out with a couple of people that had food restrictions in the past, and I just couldn't get past that. I know it sounds super stupid and shallow, but it's important to me. I didn't want to ghost you though because I think that's rude. So there you have it. And OP says, interesting. And Joe says, indeed. So, my view on this, and if you've watched my videos recently, you know that I have food allergies. And, one of them is severe because I have a very severe flaxseed allergy, and then I also have a coconut and a sesame allergy, which are minor. The coconut and the sesame allergy, if I accidentally eat those, so far, I just, my lips feel funny, my tongue swells up a little bit, and I get a little digestive upset. If I eat flaxseed, however, I have to go to the emergency room. I have an EpiPen for my food allergies. That's how big it is. Coconut and sesame, I can take a Benadryl. If I eat flaxseed, I need my EpiPen. So, I'm just kind of navigating that part, and it's weird because, like, I don't like to be that person, the one who's like asking about the food at places, picnics, anything. Most of the time, I just have to pass on things if I cannot see the ingredients. And sometimes, like with processed food, the ingredient list is so long, it's like, just don't even bother. So, yeah, I hate to be that person. But I can kind of get where Joe's coming from, because I have known people who were like on diets. Like, there was one woman that when I was growing up in church, she was on Jenny Craig, and she would come to church functions, and she would bring a bottle of water, because in those days there was no such thing as a cheat day. There wasn't eating in moderation. You were on a diet and you ate the diet food, and that's all you did. So she would come to our church functions with her little bottle of water, and she would sit there with her nose stuck up in the air, because she was like so much better than the rest of us. At least that's my opinion. Because, she never cut loose. She also never lost weight, but that's neither here nor there. So I kind of get where Joe's coming from. He might be thinking that, she's one of those type of people, that she doesn't really have problems where she has to cut out dairy and gluten. It's gluten, right? Yeah, gluten. So, someone with fake health problems. So, someone with fake health problems makes it really hard on those of us who have real health problems. So the next slide, let's see. There are so many things I could have shot back, but I decided to be the bigger person and just unmatch him. He's not worth my time. This is just so entitled. He couldn't get past something his dates could not control. How messed up is that? I imagine if I went and ordered something gluten-free. Like, what the frick? How is saying that any less rude? I'd rather be ghosted. It happens all the time on dating apps. Yeah, it does. Why was he so picky for a casual date? It baffles me. I sent this along with a photo of him, public restroom selfie, to my family and my bestie, and they were dying. It's honestly pretty funny. Here are some of their best responses. Yeah, I know. It's like, it's a casual date. And so she's supposed to go to a restaurant where she tries to order something gluten-free, or she just doesn't say anything, and all of a sudden she starts having a reaction and she gets very, very sick in front of you. I think those would have been worse. Those would have been worse options. Okay, so here are the family responses. And don't you just love it when your family is petty to make you feel better? I know I do. I love it when my family is petty. When a guy is being stupid and the family is petty. So her mom says, eternal bachelor. Is it wrong to put a curse on someone to get celiac disease? Asking for a friend. Yeah, it's kind of wrong. It's wrong. It's not very nice. And her dad says, he looks 35. Hey, that's not bad. If he ever has children, which isn't likely, his kids are cursed to have multiple food allergies and restrictions. I hope not, because it's hard. It's hard. It's a hard life. Sister, it's the fact that he realizes that he's stupid and shallow. The other sister, who also has dietary restrictions. Reasons we love her BF, her boyfriend. We had a cauliflower crust pizza today because it's not that hard to work around restrictions. Wow, what a concept. I mean, when you know what you're allergic to, it's not that hard to work around restrictions. It can be hard to find stuff, but it's, when you know what's making you sick, you can work with it. And then her best friend is like, when he says it's just so important to me. And I'm like, wow, it's just a casual date. You're not getting married. You're only dating. But, stuff like that. Life happens. So, let's see. I would love to hear your thoughts, too. Haha. It could have ruined my day, but I just let it make it 10 times better. Knowing I dodged a bullet and got to enjoy this hilarious reasoning. And then she goes on to say, edit, thanks to all of you, especially those who were kind about it, for giving me some ideas of how it could be from his perspective. It was something I didn't think about, and he has actually enlightened me quite a bit. So you are aware this is not the first time I've been rejected, not even close. But it is the first time I've been asked out and then had it taken back. And with my dietary restrictions being fairly new, it was definitely a bit shocking and took me aback. It was something I was laughing about because it didn't hurt at all. I was unasked out for something uncontrollable. And I wouldn't say it's vain for me to think I may have been out of this guy's league. It was funny to me and my family. They thought I would be the one to reject him, but I'm really not that type of person. Why do I think he's entitled? A lot of you are saying he isn't, and understand the reasoning. In my opinion, I saw his message as putting himself above me because I have dietary restrictions, which could be totally wrong and not his thinking at all. That's just how I interpret it. Pretty much the whole post is my opinion anyway, and that is kind of how this works. So my thought is, I read the responses because people on Reddit there are people on Reddit that can be really nice, they can be kind of middle of the road, they can be really hard on people. So people were telling her that she's the entitled one because she's upset that this guy, doesn't want to date her anymore because of her food restrictions. And what I said was the people who are saying that you're prissy and you're the one being entitled have never dealt with food restrictions because when you have food restrictions, when you have food allergies, intolerances, or whatever, it's like you have to advocate for yourself. You have to be that person, even when it seems like being that person is weird or mean. So, yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to negotiate. And I haven't dated anyone since I found out I was allergic to food, but when I do, that could be interesting because my allergies, they preclude, is preclude the right word? Well, they prohibit me from eating not only certain foods, but certain national cuisines. And this one lady person who was saying that she feels better and she's lost weight. I mean, I really can't eat sweets. Yep, it's sweets. Like bakery sweets and cookies and chocolates and things like that because basically they all contain coconut and sesame. Especially chocolate. I was looking at macaroni and cheese, and I just put it in the basket, forgetting I have food allergies and I have to read every label twice. And something reminded me that I forgot to read the label. And I picked it up and I looked at the ingredients. And wouldn't you know, it had coconut in it? I mean, I thought maybe it might have flaxseed or sesame in it, but no, it had coconut in it. And whenever something says it may contain tree nuts, coconut is a tree nut. So manufacturers have started separating coconut on the label, but they don't always. And coconut is a tree nut, so I just gotta put it back. That's fun. So, yeah. I mean, I guess I see it from her side, and I don't see her as an entitled person at all. But that's just me. You know, maybe me and the original poster, maybe we're both super entitled and prissy, and we just need to be taken down a peg or something. I don't know. So, anyways, I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, especially if you made it to this point. I want to let you know I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Okay, thank you. Bye.